y'all don't know, we've been here a while.
Yeah, we already warmed up.
This is the Grind Show, ladies and gentlemen, episode 40.
Let's go.
New love in the valley.
When I tell y'all we warmed up already, we ready. We was already in the groove.
Yeah, it's all right, guys. Yeah, we recording good now, y'all. All right, so you know I'm always honest. You messed up, y'all.
You're too honest. They don't need to know our mess up.
I'm sorry. They grow with us.
It's alright. This song still sounds good a second time, bro. I ain't even tripping. All right.
We back.
We just go act like we never been here before.
Right.
Episode 40, ladies and gentlemen of the Grind Podcast. Man, I feel like we've been here before.
It's 3-1.
I really have deja vu right now.
Yeah, you know the rerun.
I'm in the Matrix.
Did you have she said she had deja vu right now. Is that true?
No.
It's like deja vu. Haven't we been here before?
Right.
Oh
my gosh, that's good. I love that.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm about to make this short and sweet. I am Tyler. Who are you?
I'm AJ, guys.
You know what? This is the Grind Show. This is AJ and Tyler. This is the intro. We're going to give a clap real quick. Understand that we've been here before.
You had such a good intro to our special guest too.
And I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, it was such a good intro.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. In case y'all didn't know the first time, or didn't hear it the first time, probably didn't, but we have a special guest in the building. A great colleague that me and AJ have known for years. This person has been, like you said before, just a light, cool person.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I think it's the grace. It might be the grace. You know, some people just kind of float through life with grace, and they just kind of
that aura. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She has this aura.
That's the positivity. Like I've never seen her down. Never seen her like upset. You know, I've been around her for
I've seen faces that she's made about certain things. Like she has a face. She does have a face. I can remember those, but she never like talk shit. Like, but the faces she definitely had.
Let you know.
She'll let you know with her face. But she was never, no problems. I never seen her get into any of the Cal State drama, if that is a thing.
If there is any.
If
well,
there's
it was
a
little bit.
She wasn't there, ladies and gentlemen. Like she wasn't in it. But yeah, definitely cool person. And now she is a storyteller, a marketer, media trained, and all other stuff that you guys are gonna.
Wife, mother. Just kind of evolving through life. So.
Right. Without further ado, this is we call her Cool Breeze Cat, Katharine Bennett, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
That was even better than the first time. I appreciate it.
Really?
No, they were both great.
Oh.
Who knows?
No. Hey, we've been here before. Y'all don't know it, but we've been here before. Right. We're just trying to catch up. We in the Matrix.
All right. That's all right.
We're in our other world right now. Anyways.
The metaverse. Didn't Spider-Man just get released? We in the metaverse.
No. It's actually getting released. It's actually getting released on Netflix on Halloween.
Okay.
Coming up.
Huh?
The video game, it didn't come, it came out.
Video game did Spider-Man 2, yeah, and this is with Venom. I'm such a nerd. This one with Venom, and this is probably gonna be the best Spider-Man Venom like clash that's ever happened. Like, yeah, so I'm excited for sure for it. I'm gonna get it,
Shout
and I
out to
got the
all
money.
the gamers out there. Man.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Me, I was playing last night, but yeah, we gonna skip the pleasantries. Hey, Kat, how you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
doing great. It's a good Saturday. I'm doing great.
Yeah, like I say, the weather on crack. I don't know, something wrong with it. It's supposed to be fall, but we ain't falling yet.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know if it's global warming or whatever scientific things are happening, but it's definitely getting like colder later, like January, February, you know, March. You know, those are seen to be the winter months in Cali now.
Yeah,
first
my birthday is always cold.
I was just talking to my mom about it. At first, it used to be during Halloween. It used to be windy and cold. You know, I remember them cold, windy nights on Halloween. Used to be kind of spooky. You know, you go to Knott's Farm.
I haven't went. I never went. Yeah. I want to. I never went to like Halloween Horror Nights or nothing like that ever.
Oh, you gotta go. You missing out on life. You gotta go.
Well, you know, not celebrating Halloween as a kid kind of does that to you. Yeah. You know, kind of jades you from a lot of things.
So I get it.
Yeah. Oh, what I want to say, I want to give actually a few shout outs. Shout out the WNBA, the Aces, the Las Vegas Aces. They won the championship back to back. They are the first team ever in WNBA history to win back to back. So shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Golf clap.
Yeah. I mean, they deserve more. Y'all deserve more. This is for the win. We ain't trying to, but that's a huge accomplishment. Right. And I just want to bring some awareness this month. It is Breast Cancer Month. That's why I always wear my pink band that says hope and strength on it. In case people always wonder where I'm always wearing pink all through the month of October, this is why. I just want to give awareness to and shout out to the people who are still fighting and who have fought through that and battled through that.
Shout out to the survivors. Shout out to the ones who's triumphed over. Yeah. You know, shout out to the ones that are still going through it. You know, exactly. Give you strength and love.
Yeah.
And peace.
Yeah. And today is interesting. I was just being a nerd and looking stuff up. Today is National Apple Day, so I guess you can make apple pie, drink apple juice, go eat apple. I don't know, whatever you want to do. It's also National Fetch Day. It says a chance to get out in the yard and get some exercise and build some memories. I'm guessing with your dog. I hope this. Get a dog, little Longy. Get a dog. Get a dog, little Longy. Get a dog. It's also American Frog Day. No, I'm not in the amphibians.
Go kiss the prince, ladies.
You better hope that frog's the prince.
Or it's just a frog.
It's also Bridge Day, so don't burn bridges today.
Okay.
All the puns intended for that, by the way.
Okay.
It's also Celebration of the Mind Day. So use your mind more. Like your common sense, people.
Think before you talk.
Right. Or shut the there, let me not go there. It's also Everyone Writes Day, like writing. I ain't writing today, so I ain't.
That's a good idea.
I ain't writing nothing. It's also International Raw Milk Cheese Appreciation Day.
Raw milk cheese appreciation. That must be some French stuff, French cuisine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you been to France or anything like that?
Not yet. But we have like a Greece trip planned in a couple years.
Coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
So no France. We're not doing the raw cheese, bro.
Yeah. It's also Loud Shirt Day. Shout out to the Ground Podcast with these shirts. You know what I'm saying? Our new merch out. Everybody, if you go to Patreon, you can probably get that. But there's more. But shout out to all those days. You never know. They be making up all these days personally because ain't nobody heard no International
Do Black people
Milk
got one where they
Raw.
come up with a day?
Yeah, it's called Black History Month.
Do we got any other ones that we came up with besides Juneteenth? Like National Do Rag Day?
Why does it have to be ghetto? If it is something from Black people, why does it got to be like something like that? See, that's the problem.
It could be like a celebration of air, the do rag.
You could have
That day is September 26th. So
Really?
What happens the 26th?
National Do Rag Day.
Oh, for real? Don't play with me, Dante.
There it goes. You heard it here on the Grind Podcast. Hey, how you doing?
Look, my niece came in with the National Do Rag Day. Come on, niece.
She ain't got a
Show your
do-rag
National
on.
Do Rag. Say do rag.
So cute.
Say do rag.
You are a star,
You
Mila.
gotta go.
All right. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. We've been here before, but we just gonna hop right back into it. Again, can you tell us, Miss Cat, who is Cat?
Yes.
So I would say that I'm a lot of different things. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I am a career woman. So I am a director of marketing. I also am a producer, I write. I do a whole lot. So I'm a lot of different things, just experiencing life, and I just kind of go after whatever I want.
Go get her.
Yes.
I love it.
That's good. Have you always had that in you? Like just that drive, that ambition? Okay.
I was in the 4th grade, and I remember like I had a whole little music group that I created, and I was making the girls like dance for the class. Like that's always been me. I've always been that type of person.
Oh, you was Joe of Michael Jackson. You
Yeah, I
gonna
was bossy, real bossy. Like, yeah.
Like, just thinking of the good signs. Thinking about my baby. Get in the car! Babe.
That's good. That's good. Are you still kind of like that now today?
Yes, very much.
That's good. Well, I mean,
My daughter has inherited it. My daughter has got it bad. So, but we're leaders.
that's
So.
a good thing. What are some of the like the qualities that you think like a leader should have, especially like women? Like, what do you think?
I
And
think
it doesn't have to be gender specific. It could be any kind of leadership.
I always tell my daughter that leaders are good listeners. So like I think I have a really great quality of listening. I'm able to kind of interpret what people need, kind of foresee trends, see like where the gap is. So I always tell her leaders are good listeners. And I think that leaders aren't afraid to like say what's on their mind. Like you can't be a leader and be afraid to speak your mind.
Yeah.
You have strong opinions, and you got to know where you stand on certain things. So
they kind of get like a little bad rap sometimes because of that, right? Like because they kind of unpopular opinion sometimes. So I see that. There's something that we wanted to go into, right?
Well, I was just gonna take it back, like from where it started from Cal State, and how you got from Cal State. Like you were a communications major, like most, like I say, Black people there. Yeah. I let it be known I was only art major.
Psychology. Oh yeah, he was the art.
I was an artist. Still am.
Shout out to all the artists, man. Shout out to all the artists.
Shout out to me. But anyways, yeah, you started there with mass communication. Did you see yourself go was this the plan, like going into media, what you do now? Like how did?
No, it wasn't the plan. I feel like internally, I felt, how you feel like there's certain things that you want to do, but you might be afraid to externally like do it or say or talk about it. So I was saying I started off as a chemical engineering major because I love science, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. After taking a few classes, I was like, this is cool, but it's not for me. So I tried it. I tried psychology. I tried psychology. So I was like, I'm gonna take classes and see like what sticks. So I tried psychology, I tried business, and I even took like some biology classes. But when I took my first communications class, it just felt like everything was like just gelling.
Yeah.
And like I felt that energy. I was like, oh, this is it. So that's when I like changed my major, and I started taking more classes, just like diving into it, doing internships. I just went real like heavy on, kind of making my mind up on what I wanted to do, but it felt good.
What's those science classes looking like?
They were hard. So
I want to know because I be nerding out too. Chemical science, that sounds hard as hell.
yeah, chemical engineering was cool. I think that I just didn't have like a strong base. I think sometimes it's like, as Black people, we just start off behind. So I think I was too far behind because I didn't have a great foundation, which I still could have done it. But for
Great,
me,
a great
yeah,
foundation of like math and science, kind of. Oh,
no, like I was very like I had calculus credits for college. Like I came into college with college credits already, because I was already taking like classes at a local community college. So it wasn't that. I think I didn't have great study habits, and there was just certain things. And then also science wasn't necessarily my passion. I think storytelling is my passion. So I love science, but it wasn't a passion. So I wasn't gonna do the extra work to figure it out.
yeah.
Whereas I love doing this, so I'll figure it out. I don't mind the grind show. I don't mind the grind for. Yeah.
You spoke about just now about tell us about that. Where that the passion for storytelling. I guess specifically like what kind of stories like give like what are the stories passionate about? Like what do you like to tell? Like what kind of stories?
I think like kind of like this show, like just telling like human stories, like real experiences. I like to make people feel. I always said that, like I like to make people feel something where there's happiness, sadness. Like I'm a Pisces, so I'm a huge like energy, person. I like to tap into people's feelings. So that's why storytelling works for me.
What birthday month is that?
March.
Pisces. March.
My mom's a Pisces.
March
That's the only
April?
way I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think what after that is Aries.
I don't know everything. I'm not good at
Because I
all
know my
this.
nigga Aries, he like April 4th? I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm not good at this.
I'm getting too old, man.
But yeah, that's good though. Me as a creator, as an artist myself, I have a passion for storytelling. It's a way for me to tell stories without because I don't want to write a book or anything. So if I can express and convey it through my art, as far as storytelling, which is why I want to create. I don't know if it's YouTube shorts or cartoons or animation movies, stories that just reflect on things that I have. Hi. That reflect things I've learned or things I can tell others or things that that have meant to me and contributed to my growth. So I definitely share that passion of storytelling for sure.
You came back.
You back?
Yeah, Lee's over here, hasn't been here, so she's just excited to see me.
I feel it.
You know, kids want to go to where that energy is.
Shout out to you though, Kat, because you recently got recognized by, I think it's called the Black Marketers Association of America.
Oh, before you go there,
oh yeah,
I kind of had a question for you, Catherine, because I know, you went to Cal State, San Bernardino, Sigma Bernardino.
Yeah, let's make it right.
We kind of wanted to know what was
put you on the spot.
Okay, I want to know, because you didn't get into Greece. Why didn't you join a sorority? And I also want to know, what is your favorite sorority and fraternity?
Oh, y'all are both Greek, huh? Forgot.
Yeah, we are Sigmas. That's right.
No, I didn't forget. I'm just saying. But gosh, so I was this close. Like I was very close to getting into Greek. But I think for me, damn, this is about to sound a little controversial. So I'm gonna be honest. So I started to see, I don't like drama. That is my main thing. I am a drama-free person. If it's drama, I run. So there was a particular group that I was interested in. And unfortunately at Cal State, it was a little smaller of a sorority. And I just noticed at the time, this is probably not the same as it is now, but the few of the girls that I was interacting with, there was a lot of different things going on that I didn't particularly like. So I pulled myself out of the process. Because yeah, but that was just who I interacted with. I'm sure like nationally and at other colleges, it's not the same experience, but yeah.
Just because people in the chapter was like that don't mean the whole sorority as a whole, you like the whole as you still like the sorority, just not.
I love the sorority. I would probably like do it now as if I get my master's, but at Cal State, it just wasn't, to me, it wasn't worth it. And I'm a very like, I like to have my own individuality. And at that particular time, I didn't feel like that was the move for me. But I love Greek. I love the Greek life. I love what it represents. I love the community. I love everything about it. It just didn't line up for me.
Okay, who is your favorite fraternity then?
Yeah.
My favorite fraternity? Do I have to say Sigma? Because I'm
The answer is yes. Yes, you have to
so
say.
we gonna keep it copacetic. I'm gonna say Sigma, you know, since y'all Sigmas. Like, I love Sigmas. Y'all are real cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Good answer. That's right.
Shout out to those other fraternities. Cute
Y'all have the parties on lock, you know.
a lot of other fraternities too, man. Iotas, we love y'all. Kappas, Alphas, Omegas. I mess with all the fraternities. Like, I appreciate them for their entities and what they do, their organizations. You might not like all the members of each fraternity, but what it represents and, you know, the camaraderie and the brotherhood, like, that's really what it's about. So, and same thing on the other side for sorority. So shout out to all the Greeks, man.
I cheered in college too for like a year. I was on the cheer team, but
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I didn't know that either.
yeah, I did.
With Bree?
With Bree, with Creon. Creon was the one that actually got me, because me and Cree cheered in high school. She was like, try out. And this is sad, but once I found out that cheerleaders didn't qualify as athletes, so we didn't get priority for registration, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
That's messed up.
We are athletes too.
Cheer is definitely.
I think they are now, but at that time I was like, yeah, no.
Wow. Yeah, that's sad. Well, I mean, it was a nice career while it lasted, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
I just wonder, because I always have that, because I wonder why people don't join Greek, because, you know, it's a lot of benefits to it.
Well, yeah, and people have a lot of misconceptions about it all too, from the outside looking in. Sometimes, you know, until you really in it, you don't get the
thing is, obviously, it didn't hurt Katharine from still being great, still being able to network, still being able to be successful.
Right.
So you still get some of the benefits, you know. So
yeah, you just don't need Greek letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Go you.
Go Katharine!
Oh, you.
Hit that greedy girl.
No.
Hey.
But yeah, first of all, I want to give you a round of applause because, like I said, you just got an award recently.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, yo, me too.
Yeah, thank you.
So first, congratulations with that. So just tell us about that. What was that about?
So it's more like of a highlight, but so that's like the second one though that I got for being in marketing. But it was just like a recognition from the Black Marketers Association, and they kind of just highlight people who are doing really good in their field. I think I put in a lot of work. I'm almost 8 years in, and it's been a struggle. But it's something that I love to do. So, and my first one was from the American Association of Marketing too. So yeah, so it was cool. It's a nice little recognition. And I love to do that because I ended up connecting with a few other marketers. And eventually I do want to mentor like younger women in the space. So it was a great way for me to like connect and kind of put my name out there. So yeah, but thank you to them. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, big ups to you, and it it validates your hard work and how much you put in all these 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like the longer it goes, and it gives you more credence to your work, and it gives it more validation and like stamp of it. So when people come to you, they got to come correct. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't just anybody. Like nah, I put in work here. I got recognized for what I do with it. But I feel like, at least in that sense, when I heard you're a marketer, I thought of you, AJ. I'm like, y'all probably
I do
share like a lot of because
that's 90% of business. So if you're an entrepreneur, you gotta know marketing. Gotta know it. Like at least try. At least try. Because you really got to put yourself out there. And I know it's scary for most people, but, if you don't put yourself out there, how are they going to find you? Like, how do they find your skill set? How do they find your talents? And, like, you might get lucky and they hit and miss, but for the most part, you got to be actively pushing. So marketing is very important. I know, Catherine, I was going to ask her a few questions about marketing, but there was something else I wanted to ask her. I just can't remember it right now.
I hope it comes back to you.
Yeah, it will. I always forget one or two questions, guys. Oh no. Was it that's what I wanted to ask you. What's like the top award that you would like to get, like as far as marketing? Like I don't know. Is it Emmys? Because I had a friend, she was at UCR. She's won an Emmy recently. Shout out to Leah.
Shout out to her.
Leah. S0.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Lord, listen.
Yeah, she won an award, but like, what's the top business awards? I don't know them.
I'm not familiar with all of them, but I do want an Emmy for hosting. That is my goal in life, to get an Emmy for hosting.
Okay.
But as far as like marketing awards, I think I just really want to be like recognized, like featured in magazines. Like my goal is to, like, when people think of like tech and marketing, I want them to think of me. So that's my goal in the future. I'm working my way up there. But I don't know if you've heard of Bazoma St. John. She's like a world-renowned marketer. She's done stuff for Uber. She did Beyonce's NFL performance. Like she's she's up there. So that's kind of like who I look to for inspiration. So she's done Netflix, she's worked at Uber, like I said, she's worked for the NFL, she's done a lot of things in the marketing world. So when companies want to hire her, they already know. So I want people to come to me for jobs. I don't want to apply, like reach out to me. So that's my goal with marketing, but I definitely would love to get an Emmy for hosting.
What's her name?
Bazoma St. John.
Bazoma St. John.
Is she from St. Kitts?
No, I think she's from New York. I think she's actually from New York, but her husband's last name was St. John. So she's actually like, she's African.
Okay.
Probably Nigerian.
Probably.
I always think Nigerian because a lot of Nigerians live in America.
They really do.
I find like maybe a sprinkle of Ghanaians and like Congolese or the rest of them South Americans.
I think she's Ghanaian actually.
Okay.
So you see, it's like a little, but the majority of
the majority of Africans I know, literally the majority of Africans I know are Nigerian.
For real,
that's literally like that's just like
I don't know why.
I
don't get it.
Listen. That's great.
Why are there so many Nigerians in America?
You make it sound wrong. Like, you make it sound like it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just wondering.
Shit, I can't answer that.
That's a good question.
I was in Nigerian Student Association when I started at Cal State.
For real?
Yeah, I was going meetings. I was doing traditional African dances.
What?
Yeah.
Silent? Are you Nigerian at all?
He might be.
I know. I don't know my.
Hey,
I would
I did the little 23andMe and I'm Benin a little bit.
stake my claim. If I'm 100%, I'm going to get some land. That's what I'm about to do. Let me stake a
Shout
claim
out to
in it.
Olivia, man. She knows the land play.
But yeah,
Make sure y'all get some land.
Yeah, this is I did a lot. People don't know. Like they just
I like that.
walk past like I wasn't doing shit around there. I'll do it
Let
more
them
than
know,
most.
T-Tank.
I don't I don't flex over here, but because I don't
Sometimes
got
you
to.
do gotta let them know
No,
the
yeah, I
stuff,
know.
though.
People,
That's the
You gotta brag.
people try to play your name, and you got to play with your name. I mean, and you got to big up sometimes.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you gotta shine that light.
Does it for you, Kat? Your inspirations and people influence you. I guess what I want to ask, like, does it make you feel good that like there are women to look up to in that field that are doing like big things? Because I'm personally all for women empowerment and equality for women, and women really having a voice, and really women showing that they can do things in different fields just as good as men can do them. How does that make you feel, like being a woman and part of that, and paving the way for maybe women like your daughter or other women that look up and want to be someone just like you?
Or my niece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very important. I think for anyone, for men or for women, to see someone who looks like them where they want to be, because it gives you, like, for me, I'm a visual person, so if I can visualize it, then I know it's attainable.
Message.
So like when I started off in marketing, my first boss, she was a Black woman. And then when I went to my next job, my boss was also a woman. She wasn't Black, but she was still a woman. So I've been fortunate to have like a lot of women in leadership kind of guide me, which has kind of made me more powerful. And then on top of that, they were also moms, because I know like a common misconception is like that once you become a mother, that has to be your main focus. And it doesn't, you could pick and choose. But so I think that women, is really important for you to see yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. Even when I see Black men at the top, like that inspires me as well. So it's very serious for me.
Do you have mentors right now?
I don't have, not like a mentor that I would say is officially a mentor, but I have a woman that I've been working with since I graduated college. And she's placed me in a lot of rooms, but I actually just got into this mentorship. I got the letter on like Friday that I got into it, and my mentor is going to be the senior vice president of NBC. So that is my next little thing. So yeah, I'm out here in the background doing a lot. So yeah, so I'm in that mentorship. It actually starts next week till it's like for a few months. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But she's going to be my first official, like, named mentor. I've had other women guide me, but not say the title. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, you about to reach new heights for sure. And I hope that goes well. All right. But back to it. You had a question about some marketing.
Oh, yeah. What's the BMAA? What is that?
The Black Marketers of America Association.
Okay, so as a marketer, you have to join that association?
You don't have to. It helps. Like, I've learned that joining a lot of different groups has definitely helped me network and meet people, but it's a resource. And then also they have like companies, like we had a little thing with Sprout Social the other day. They have companies like come and look for Black marketers because they're trying to diversify their staff. So it helps to be in those groups to help them. So yeah, but it costs. So yeah.
If you're a part of the association, the companies, they basically can kind of like cherry pick a little bit, like pick up from the association. Like if you're a marketer and you're part of that association, they can be like, oh yeah, we recommend Katharine. And because I was looking at some of the partnerships, and they some big partnerships on there. Meta, Home Depot, like those are big names, and there were some other ones too, but I was just like, those are just a few I stand out to me, because I know Meta is huge in the tech sector. You said that you're heavy into tech, so I'm like, shoot, is she gonna join on Meta? Is she about to join the team? Like,
I actually have I interviewed with the company. I don't want to say the name yet, but it's a big company. So I'm waiting for the official contract.
Yeah.
I got it. So I don't want to say anything yet because I
Well,
like.
must be good because if
Listen.
I'm saying it right now, it must be confirmation right now. I'm
Listen.
speaking.
Oh yeah.
There's some big things coming, and we don't know it. Cat got stuff
Gotta
lined
be
up.
working. I'm
Like,
trying to tell you.
You have such a humble brag about yourself.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. I'm happy about that. So like the association, is kind of like a maybe a funnel, or is it more like kind of like they work for the different companies, like the partnership as far as like getting campaigns out.
I would say it's more of a resource. Like, so I do marketing for this organization. It's called Black Professionals in STEM. So like right now we have companies that say, hey, we want to do recruitment events for you because we need some marketers, or not marketers, engineers. They'll do engineers. They do have a few marketing position open, but so they'll come to us for that diverse group of people, because sometimes when these companies are looking and sourcing for new hires, I won't say it's hard. I don't know their specific struggles, but it's easier to go to a group that they know has that that crowd already there. They already have the audience. So it's more of like a resource, I would say.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. I know I'm a realtor, so I'm in the association for California, CVAR, and I'm like, as you get in, you're starting to realize, okay, this is just more, like you said, a resource, bring people together, events, stuff like that. So do you guys do like events and stuff for the association, I guess?
Yeah, there's events. They have like a yearly conference. They have like mini events that they do on Zoom or LinkedIn. So yeah, there's stuff, and there's chances. Oh, my baby. Yes, sir. Not yet, okay? Not yet. When I open it, you can, okay? Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going through the same thing. They feel that energy. Shout out to the youngins. Also too, like, I wanted to know, like, because I don't know if you showed this in college, but maybe, I don't know if I just didn't have the same classes, I guess, but where did this passion for communications and marketing, like, where the hell did that come from? Like, did you always like business, or are you always an entrepreneur? Like,
so entrepreneurship scares me. So kudos to you for being an entrepreneur, because I'm not that. I'm not that bold. But the passion started, I guess, like I've always liked trends. I've always wanted to be like the forefront of things. And then with music, like I remember I would hear a song and I could like imagine what the video would look like. So I always kind of like have had that passion for, like I said, for storytelling. And marketing is storytelling for an audience. It's like connecting the people, the product or the company with the audience. So it came by accident because I really wanted to pursue more communication, more hosting things, but I got pregnant in college. So my last year of college, I was pregnant. So the first job that I got was a marketing job. It was like a communications and marketing. So I took it and I was like, oh, like I actually really like this. So that's how that happened. But I have always wanted to be like an executive at a company, not necessarily CEO, but I've always wanted to be the boss, the person that people have to answer to. I've always wanted to make the decision.
Ross, like Ross, you know?
So that's internal, like that's always been there. But marketing kind of like, it kind of came along. Like I've
boss.
Okay, I like that. That's what's up.
Wait.
No, go ahead.
No. Because actually that kind of segued it into that, like you said, you were pregnant in your last year.
Yeah, that's what I was. What's going on?
And you're married now. From there, you're married now with the same person, right? You know, same one. There it is. Let me give a round of applause for that. Hold on, because that's a big thing. Hold on.
That's what's up.
It seems like not only are you, a great businesswoman, you carved out a nice career for yourself, but you also have created a nice family for yourself. Explain that transition. Like, Kat as a mom, Kat as a husband,
and what's
a
it
wife.
like being pregnant in school?
Like, just
That's
that transition. Walk us through.
So, well, I was older, so I took a year off college, so I wasn't like super young, but I was 24, so I was older. But being pregnant in college was interesting. I felt like
young. You already know. 24 is young too. Don't trip.
No, it's very young. It's very young. It's not. I'm just saying I wasn't like 18, but I was young. I was very young. So yeah, it was interesting. But I felt like I said, I'm a huge emotions person. So I was like, oh, my baby gets to sit in class with me, like to hear this lecture. She's about to be super intelligent. So that's kind of where I was coming from. Like I felt a lot of joy that she got to experience that in my womb. So that was cool to me. But it was also really hard because, like I said, I've always imagined myself as like an executive. So I was like, how does that look now that I'm having a baby? So that was like a hard thing to kind of transition to. Like my journeys looked very different than, the normal person, because I don't say normal, but then a person without kids, because I've always had to consider my daughter and now my son. I have a son now too. So yeah.
Boy too. Congratulations on that.
Right? Let's get an exposure for that. Go ahead.
Give a round of applause.
Thank you.
So you happen to go to class pregnant. Did you ever have to like leave class because you use the restroom?
You really actually
no, not really.
In class,
that's
like,
kind of.
What you doing?
I feel like that's kind of private.
I didn't have morning sickness with my daughter at all. So I was chilling. I was cool. We had my due date was actually a month after I graduated, so that was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you graduated college. You had a baby a month later or a couple months.
A month later. Graduation was in June. I had her in July. So yeah.
Blessings right there.
Right.
That double down. I like that.
What's your husband's name?
The full name? No, his government. His
alias name.
Nickname. Yeah.
His
name is Trey.
Trey. Well, shout out to Trey, man. How did you meet Mr. Mans, and how is it being a wife?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, so Trey and we actually went to high school. We went to the same high school, but we didn't know each other in high school. So he like played basketball. I wasn't into that. I'm in a calculus club and shit. Like I'm not focused on basketball players. So yeah, we in college I think I was single. And he asked my friend, one of my best friends, Creon, like, hey, like can you invite Kat to my birthday party? And again, I'm not really fooling with it. I'm like, no, I got you.
Oh, you did?
No, I wasn't interested.
Shut down his birthday?
Yeah. And I was like, but you guys have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Have fun. So then after that, he was asking her, Creon, for my number. And I was like, no, I'm good. If he wants to have my number, he can ask me himself. And Creon's like, but he doesn't know how to get in contact with you, blah, 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 blah. So she ends up giving him my number. I was very mad. Because I was interested. I just wanted to be single. I was like, I'm not trying to date right now.
Creon is Trey's MVP for sure.
For sure. It's an old amount to Creon.
Yeah. See, it's always some friend that's gonna look out.
But see, I like that.
She looked out for him for sure. She was his friends too. So he texted me for like a month or two, like, and I just wouldn't text back because I was like, look, dude, you got my number from my friend. Like, I'm not really on that right now. I'm trying to I'm in college. Like, I have a different lifestyle. Like, I'm not into dating at the moment. So yeah, but it was his consistency. He was very persistent. Yeah, he texted me good morning every single day. Like, and I was not texting him back. It was like, good morning, I hope you have a good day. And I was like, he's a little crazy. He's very consistent. So after that, I let him take me on a date. We actually bumped into each other at a party. He was like, so you're not going to text me back? And I was like,
I know you seen him text, girl. I know
Yeah,
you.
that's how he was like, I know you see him, like, and I'm like, yeah. So then then I got to know him, and then he was really cool, and we really vibed. And I would say, we've been married for 4 years, and we've been together for 10.
10
So
years.
Let's get it.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. That's a decade. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this is. So I mean, y'all were met in 14? No, 2013. Yeah, right.
12 or 13,
Yeah,
right?
that's 2013. Yeah.
That's my senior. Yeah, that's
The
wow.
journey though, like we've been completely different people at every stage of our like relationship. So we've had like, I'm gonna say ups and downs because that sounds so cliche, but we've had moments of growth, and and we've like honored each other's differences. We had to figure out like what works for us as far as being married, because
Yeah,
I didn't have that example. Yeah. And he didn't have it either. So
secret to y'all success of a marriage, especially y'all coming from y'all different backgrounds and maybe what you've learned about love and life, and how did you create this dynamic of what love looks like for you two, and allowing each other to grow separately and to grow like together, like what? So I'm pretty sure communication was a lot that had to do with that, for sure.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm always very honest with how I feel. So I think it helps having like a partner. I'm not afraid to speak my mind to him. And I kind of know what I want. So that has helped as he's grown and shaped into the person he is. But I think definitely communication, when there were points, where we were both unhappy or where we had to figure things out, and just coming to him and saying like, this isn't working for me. Like, this dynamic that we have does not work. We need to readjust. We need to like do things differently. And we both have that willingness to change.
I love it.
And then also like there's been parts of his personal journey that I didn't agree with, or that I'm like, I think you're making a mistake, but I've had to kind of like just let him live in that way. Like he has to grow on his own, because there's certain lessons that he has to learn as a human being that I can't keep him from. So that's like been a big, and me too. Like I've definitely had my own lessons that he's just kind of like, he's more cool with it though, because I'm more like, I know what you should do.
I can see that.
Yeah, but he's more like, you'll figure it out. And then I think both of us, like the reason why I'm so successful, I think because I have a great partner. Like
that's beautiful.
Yeah, he's grown into a really great partner. So that has like attributed to me, like I get to try shit all the time, like because he left me, and he not left me, I don't want to say that, but
he just allowed you that space.
He allowed me the space to do that.
And that's what it is.
I had a kind of like a follow-up question, because you said that you had to kind of learn to, I guess, kind of like let him grow a little bit. What was the hardest part for you, like while he's going through his evolution, his grind, his come up? What was hard? This part where, what was the hardest part for you as his partner, watching him or just being in his life? Like, because maybe you wanted to be more involved, or maybe he wanted to like, hey, I need a little bit of space on this, or maybe he needed you a little bit more, and maybe didn't know how to communicate it or something like that. Like, what was the hardest part for you, like being his support partner, as he was coming into his own?
I would say the hardest part, and this is the difference I think between men and women. Like women, I feel like speak up a lot more. Men, y'all don't know how to say what you want, and it's very frustrating. Like, because I don't think sometimes men don't know what they want. I don't know, but I get the hardest part was like, I don't know, watching him make mistakes sometimes, and knowing that like I would have chose differently, and then not taking his mistakes personal too, and not saying, oh, you did this to me or you did this to us, like, and just saying like, oh no, that was like your own lesson. It had nothing to do with me. So I think that's the hardest part, like not taking anything personal. But and then like making sure we kind of fix things all the time. Like if he makes a mistake, or if he chooses makes the wrong choice, and the same thing when I make them, not like you don't want to harp on the person and make them feel bad for it. Like you want to let them know like it's okay, like you know, you got this. So yeah, I think not taking it personal and letting them be their own person.
And I would say letting your partners fail, you know what I mean? Like, because those are where the lessons gonna come. I feel like sometimes this goes with like even parents. If they kids fail or if their kids do something wrong, I feel like they take on those failures and problems. Like, no, like they needed to feel that. They need to feel that pain. You know what I mean? They need to go through that so they can learn and get better. So I don't know if women or men do this, but like, you know, because me, like, because as men, we see each other, we feel like we leaders of our families, you know what I mean? So say if our brother does wrong, or if our cousin or our spouse or our kids, you know, you kind of be like, like, man, I could have led them better. I could have said something. I could have, you know what I mean? Like, do women do that too? Like, you know what I mean? Like if their husband messes up, like I could have did something better to help him figure it out, or et cetera, et cetera.
Not me. I'll be like, you got this. But I would say in the beginning, yeah, but no, not now. I'll be like, I tell him all the time, like, I'm confident that you're going to make the right decision, that you're going to do the right thing, because I know who you are. So at this point, you got it. But yeah, I think in the past, I definitely was like, no, I wish I would have stepped in more or did X, Y, and Z, but you know.
But that trust has built up over time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The 10 years you guys been together, and you know you've grown to know him, and you know like he's capable. So you know, okay. I guess that answers my question. Like, is more just putting that faith and trust in your partner.
Yeah.
Do you think that's hard for a lot of women?
I don't know. It wasn't hard for me because I don't like the less responsibility I have to have, the better I feel. So for me, it's like if I can trust you to be a capable, strong adult, that is amazing. Like, you know, there's this thing on TikTok where women take their brain off. Like, that's me. I don't want to think. So it's not. Yeah, I don't want to think when I'm.
I gotta see that.
I don't have TikTok.
That's on TikTok. Just search it up.
Rock out.
Yeah, no, it's not literally taking it, but it's like a joke. Like when we're around our men, we just are ditzy. We just, you know, like, yeah, I don't want to think when I'm around you because I got to be a leader in my job. So.
Do you believe that men have a safe space to be vulnerable and open? Just in general society today, do you think?
No, it's so sad. Y'all don't know. I think even like in my own marriage, sometimes I've been very judgmental myself. So I don't think y'all do. I think you guys are like, you have so much pressures and people tell you guys how you should think. I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. As a woman, I kind of go through life a little bit more. I try a lot. And you guys, like Tyler was saying, you guys can't say something without saying like pause.
Or something like that. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, what? Like, you don't need to say pause.
It's kind of like just a standard to uphold, you know? Like, if you show weakness, it's like, okay, are we in a bad position? You know what I mean? Now everybody's questioning what's the status quo.
But what's the status quo of weakness?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're vulnerable and you're crying and something's going on, somebody might take that as, okay, we're in a bad position, but obviously you might just be going through something at the time. And everything could be bills could still be paid and all that, but you know, you're feeling a certain kind of way about something, I don't know, that might be happening with you. But, you know, it's just, I don't know.
That safe space, I just feel like isn't there like it should, for sure. I think it's not equal. It's not fair that the world can see the man. Just because I feel like, and this goes for men and women, just because people are strong, it does not mean that we are strong all the time, right? Like, you need, you know, there's many ways of coping. You can to seek counsel, and you do depend on you know, maybe your husband or your wife or a counselor or your brother or your mom or your grandma. You need someone that you can freely just let it all out and open up to. And I just feel like we still have a ways to go for that for men. And I believe that, especially black men, I believe if black men could ever get to a stronghold to where we can feel really free. No, you can't. Sorry. If black men get to a point to where we can truly be free in just to who we are and allow ourselves, you know, like I said, to grow into what we're supposed to be, then we could probably change the world in a great way as black men.
Right,
do some
one
real
generation.
moves. Like we can make some moves, but it starts. I feel like that internally that we just always have to kind of always keep in or hide.
But that's the thing is, it's hard to get into that mood when you know there's bills coming, there's stuff you got to handle. So if you're already an adult, late 20s, 30s, you know, you already know you kind of got some pressure on you. Like, okay, it's time to get your shit together. But if you ain't got that and you're still trying to deal with shit, like, it's hard, you know what I mean? Because when you're in like beast mode, you're in grind mode, you're not thinking about.
I always feel like that. Like I go through my stuff, like I got no time. I always have that problem. Like I feel like I don't have time to deal with my own emotion because I have stuff to do all the time. It's like, when do I got that
time to process,
mental break to just, you know, not do anything, to process, to feel, to allow myself to just have that self-awareness
and digest
it. You don't, because you always on the,
you want to go, you gotta get it, and you can't be or else
what you saying, Kat?
Do y'all do men text each other like when y'all are feeling sad, or do you guys even share that with your friends, or is it just like a unspoken?
I don't think
when we get together, probably
sometimes not as much as we should, even within ourselves. And that's all another thing. I've always had an aspiration, or I admire on TV or movies and stuff, when I've seen like a lot of men who are friends and stuff, they just create this circle and they come to it like, hey, we can meet here every Sunday, Saturday, whatever, and whatever's going on, just this group that we can, as men, talk about our problems and how can we help support each other. I really admire things like that, and I think there should be more. But I can just say it definitely helps if we have the women of that support. I think it'd go a long way.
Yeah, I think so too.
And speaking of support, how does your husband and him supporting you through your career, and then how has that helped you, like, personally, with his support?
It makes me, like, his support helps me try more things that I normally wouldn't try, like, because we have two incomes, because we have because I don't have to pay bills. Like, I don't pay like the major bills, or because I can use my money to like pay for memberships or to travel or to do things like that. Like, that helps me free myself mentally, and it helps me be more creative because I have that support from him. So, but I wouldn't say it wasn't always like that. We had to work up to that for sure, especially because we started dating so young. He didn't just have everything together when we first met. Like, it took time. And I didn't either, but we were young. But now we're in our 30s, so things are a little bit more concrete. So because of that, I'm able to do more exploring, I guess. I'm not tied to I'm not stressed about paying rents or, stuff like that.
Has that made you feel more happy in life, more fulfillment?
Yeah.
Being able to,
definitely gonna go there with a question
go,
like that.
In your own merit and just kind of, do you, explore your mind and your soul, your spirit, and get out there, I feel like that's the best way to happiness, to where you're in that creative state, not until where you're in the struggle and stressed about XYZ. I feel always happiest in your most creative spaces, where you can just kind of explore your mind and let yourself go a little bit.
Yeah.
You're still on it,
you're still on it for sure.
You know what I mean?